That was worse, okay. 10.5%. I think that might clock you up. Okay. So the stream should be less choppy this time. I literally spent 30 minutes playing around in a private stream trying to make sure that it wouldn't be choppy. Maybe it'll start getting choppy when I open my data pack, but it's better than before. I'll tell you that for sure. Okay, let me open the files. So I think first we're going to work on a new long task just because I like the task itself. So this one is going to be redirect power. And let's do, or what would this be? I guess I'll just name it power/redirect/start. And that should be good. Okay. Yeah, so the stream should be faster now. I spent 30 minutes or so tweaking with the settings until I got it actually viewable. Because I know before it was just like teleporting like crazy. And also the mic is close to my face and I made sure the audio was at least decent for you guys. So we have a couple tasks here. So we got connect the wires. This one was the most annoying to make. Then we have fuel fill. This one was the most tedious to make. So that fills your fuel. And then once you do that, then you're able to load it. Like that. Okay, so now we have to do power redirect. I'm doing all the tasks based in the hotbar. Okay. And let's see. Okay. I actually have a bunch of streams that are privated that I have to delete because it was just me testing. Delete. All right. Okay, so redirect power, I'm going to do like 4 bars of that you can click on, and then I'll do like 2 letters between them, and then I can just make like 1 bar have a color, and you just have to click it. Redirect power is actually one of the easiest ones. I mean, it's just like multiple switches, and you click 1 switch, and then you go to the endpoint, and then you just click 1 switch. But yeah. Okay. So, who gave you dislikes? We have an imposter. Yeah, there's a hater, but I think he's one of the most dedicated viewers I have. So I mean, thanks for the views, man. Dislikes don't really affect the video at all, so it's I'd rather have his view than I'd rather have his view plus his dislike than not the view at all. Okay, so power, and then we have, ooh, I guess you guys can't see my folders. That's gonna be kind of annoying. Okay. So you guys can't see my folder view. So I guess what I can do is I can do it in Sublime because I can show you guys Sublime. And Sublime has like a folder view system. So I'll show that. And then if there's any like lags in the stream, let me know because I'm just testing. This is like I spent like 30 minutes trying to fix the settings. Okay, so view. I think it's a mini map. What? View. No, that. I don't know what mini map does. Let's view the. I am so bad at this. Sidebar. Maybe. I'm bad at this. Let's see. It's a button somewhere. Or whatever. You guys will tell me when you figure it out. Okay. So we have this directory, and then we have to just add something new to the directory. Power, we got 3000, 3000. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can make like 6 options maybe. So we'll go 3006 to 3011. This is 3 million. And then power directory. So power directory. And then I'm going to copy stuff similar to this into the power directory. Forget the button that shows you all the side files. Oh, you guys can't see anything. Sorry about that. You gotta yell at me if I have anything weird like that going on where you can't see anything. There. And then I'll zoom in like this, and you should be able to see a lot more. Okay. There we go. Okay, so task dot, and then we have power dot redirect. And then if you're between 3006 to 3011, this other stuff is not actually, well, I kind of like those bottom lines of code. So let's go with power redirect build. Okay, so that's going to do the build. And build is just where I do all my telraw. Okay, and then we don't really need a temp because this one's just going to be a click, and then I go and you click. So I'll probably need builders afterwards because I'm trying to just make some of the tasks first and then build the map around the tasks. Okay. But yeah, so in terms of what I'm doing here is it's a version of the game that runs using telraw. It's the most practical way to make this because I want to recreate the gameplay, not every single little tiny image in the game. Like this will be playable even without a resource pack, essentially. But then a resource pack would make it look better and add cosmetics, of course. But it'll be playable without a resource pack. Oh, and I have this little system where I can do scoreboard players set, hashtag colors 5 function. I already did all of the game mechanics. Actually, I'm just doing tasks. I finished the game mechanics really quick. That took me like 5 minutes. All right, so that gave me black armor, And obviously in a resource pack, it would remove the armor tint. Let me see, percent colors. There we go. Something like that. I forget the exact. Let's put global in the sidebar. What? Okay, set it to 5. Get armor. Well, you'll see. It basically it loads the armor from there. I think I need to check something out with that, but basically whatever score you have, it'll just throw the armor on. I don't have it so you can pick your color though. I made it randomized. I guess one thing to do would have like a preferred color, and then if they don't have that, give them one of the random ones that are available. Okay, so I guess I could go over what this will have and what this won't have. So this will have randomized tasks. This will have settings so you can pick how many tasks of each type each player can have. It'll have common tasks, long tasks, visual tasks, and short tasks, all of the above. But it won't have every task that the base game has because I'm making my own map. I'm not trying to copy the base game's exact, like the gameplay is going to be basically the same, but the tasks are going to be my own, and they're going to have the map of my own, so it's not going to be the first map or whatever map is in the game. That's hence the name of the stream, because that's going to be the theme for the map. But the gameplay is going to be as similar as possible, so I'm going to implement things such as the vents that teleport you to the nearest, let you pick which vents to come out of. That's going to be done easy. And then I'm also going to have all the sabotage related things. But again, the things that you can do, like the tasks and the sabotages, are all my creative freedom because it's my own map, and maps determine what tasks there are, so I can put whatever tasks I want, essentially. Also, Sublime's blocking the screen because I'm going to be working in Sublime most of the time anyway. I'm going to be working in this anyways. I'm just jumping around as I talk. Okay, so we have power, and then we have redirect. And if somebody could tell me the hotkey to open up the folder view for Sublime, then you guys can see like my actual layout for how I make these tasks, because I don't really mind showing that. So redirect, and then we have build, and then we have start, and then we have end. So I like having those 3 set up command functions. So we have build where the tell raw is made, start where you initiate stuff, end where you end stuff. Start is going to do tag add s add task.long.power.redirect. Okay, and the naming convention is task means the tag is a task, and then this is the type of task, and then this is the task it is, and then this is the subtask because it's a long task, so there's multiple parts. Okay. I don't know what you mean by the overlay I use in my videos. This is the exact same thing I always use in I don't know. I use Sublime in my videos too. So this is exactly the same way as my videos, except this Sublime is in the top right. I could share the entire screen, but I don't want to because that could lead to that always can lead to issues. And like if I have to pull up the stream OBS to fix stuff, you guys see that as well. Like I can't do things on screen. I don't have 2 monitors set up, so I can't like share an entire screen. And also I'm not copying Phoenix SC. I literally, you can ask people in my Discord, but I was working on this thing about a week ago. Like if I was copying Phoenix SC, I wouldn't have all these functions already made. I don't work that fast. But But yeah, the communication stuff is going to be handled with 2 plugins. So that's actually right over here. Obviously, if you were downloading this map yourself, then to play with friends, then you would just make sure that you guys follow the rules. But this will be a game on my server that you guys can openly play whenever you want. I'll probably have 2 lobbies of it. But yeah, so there's a plugin called sudo, and there's a plugin called mute, and it lets me mute selector players in command blocks. So this will mute anybody that's a spectator. Technically, I guess it would be ghost. I'll change. Well, this mutes all the spectators, people that aren't playing the game and aren't ghosts. And then obviously I'd have one that mutes all the players, so everybody when the game is going, and then one that unmutes them when they're running. So I just handle that with these command blocks. As for like chests and barrels for UIs, the problem with chests and stuff is that other people can steal from them, and then handling items and item clicking is a lot messier. Telraw is actually really clean to do. Like this thing I have here is like 2 functions. Telraw is like the ideal method in my opinion, because it's player specific, and also when you click something, you click it. You didn't click and pick up an item. It's not like you can't hit Q. You can't hit Q in the chat, which is something you can do with items. You can hit Q in chess. There's a lot of interaction things that are really annoying. Like if I have this item in the chest and I want to use it, oh, I pressed Q. Now it's out of the chest. All right, now I don't have the item anymore. And it doesn't even pick up as me clicking it. Then there's me clicking it, and that's picked up with /clear. Then there's me shift clicking it. That's not picked up with /clear. So there's all these like weird input methods that would just make coding it a nightmare. And then also, it's a little bit harder to make things look right, because you have to like fill the chest. But yeah, and then you can't really make different chats using Telraw. I don't know what you mean by that. Like there's no way to make it so people who died and are spectating the game can't talk while everybody else is talking. You can't do that. Okay, so power redirect, this is going to need to pull up like a thing with a bunch of switches. So start, and then this typical start for tasks is something like, let's pull up this one. Okay, and then we'll make this 3006. Okay. We actually don't need task temp. We don't need any temporary variables that are user specific, because this is literally just going to be click on the right thing. Okay. And end just does, so since it's a long task, it's really simple. So end just removes the tag of you working on this thing and adds the tag of the end condition. So power.redirect, and then you have kind of a list. So redirect, sorry, I'm drinking water. Redirect is a little bit weird, because sometimes it'll go to one place and sometimes it'll go to another. Sometimes it goes to the communications room or some other room. So I guess I'm just going to code it to go to communications, but I can probably code it to go to a bunch of different places without having to make new files. I'll probably be building stuff once I finish the actual coding. I'd rather keep the build to be specific, like based around the coding, than the coding based around the build. Okay, so 3006. So if it's 3006, oh, we're actually going to need 3000, and we're going to need double. So we need, what's 6 more than this? 17. Yeah. Well, no. Actually, we just need 1 more than this. Okay. So execute if score at s task matches 3,000, 3,000,006. Okay, and then this is if you have the redirect tag. So you already kind of like specify it, because task is a trigger scoreboard. So in order to make it prevent players from just typing stuff in the chat with /trigger and breaking it or creating stuff, you use tags as kind of a regulator to see like, well, is your task this score? Well, if your task is this score, okay, then do you have this tag? So are you allowed to do this input method? And that's kind of how I regulate it. So if you have this tag, then run function. Oh, this is in build. Okay. So we're actually going to need to be a little more specific. No, that should be fine. Then run function mutiny. And notice how I have the mutiny namespace, suggesting that there could be a different map with different tasks. Power / redirect / page 0. So this will be page 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll just change the IDs here. So each one of these is going to correlate to which switch you're supposed to click on. And I need 12. So each one correlates to a different switch, which will redirect you to a different power. And then you just have to click on the right one. Yeah, the vision, there certain aspects of the game obviously can't be recreated exactly because it's in first person. So like vision reduction, you're already gonna see way less than you would in the actual game. Like you will only be able to see the room you're in. So for the most part. Yeah. And then if you want to prevent seeing down a long hall, you just don't make a long hall. That's just something you deal with in the build. You just make sure that all of the hallways are at least at most a certain distance apart. Okay, so page 0. And now we're going to start to do the little image stuff that I do. And all these images could easily be remade using, like, I could put an overlay so that it looks like the little pictures with the wires and stuff. I could put an overlay over this, and it would still work with the tower on the clicking, but like this bottom left-hand character will either not be there for people without a resource pack, or it'll make the overlay happen. You can do that with custom Unicode stuff. Okay, so now we need the switches. So I'm thinking something like that. Actually, I think all the switches are like down or something. So we'll go like that. And then we'll have like, ooh, that's going to come out to be really weird. But yeah, we need like 6 in a line. Something like this. Okay, so that's like 6 in a line, and then I'll space them out a little bit more. I definitely want to do this in first person though. I don't want to. First person feels a lot more Minecrafty. Okay. And this actually, the thing that I have here, this the stuff here it's not going to look like this in the actual game. Like these are rectangles, but in the game they're basic. They're not rectangles. So they're squares in the game. I've used these Unicode characters a lot. Okay. And then we just repeat this pattern. And then we repeat this pattern. And then we repeat this pattern. Okay. So these are all your switches. Then one of them will be clickable, and when you click it, it'll just basically fill this tube. It'll change these from dashed and a different color to a different color, and then immediately flicker away within like a second. Okay. You're right. Yeah, I think most of the switches are in the middle, and then the one that you need to redirect power might be in the bottom. Tell you what, I'll make it so that there is no middle. So I'll do this. What? There you go. So, but yeah, when you click it, then it'll switch to the up state, and then it'll go. So let's go ahead and do the tell raw. So the tell raw is going to be based roughly around this. Okay, so we'll just recreate. This is how I actually do most of my tell raw lines. And then this will be color 9E9E9E9. I think that's the right thing. Yep. It's bad when it's bad when you've memorized the colors that make the shape. Yep, that's 9E. I should switch these squares to these squares so that they're all the same thing. Like the top squares to the bottom squares. And I think you guys can see the chat while I have the thing open. Okay. So then the next line is going to be this. So we go like that. Now the next line is going to have something different because I want to make like the different shapes be a different color. So we can actually, I think we can do this in a very clever way. So we can go text, color, hashtag 9E9E9E. Okay, now what will actually happen is I can reduce the size of this. And hypothetically, I can just go. I'll show you what I mean in a sec, but the first element in your tell raw, if you don't put the double quotes, it gets like as in the generic element, and any elements after that essentially will be will have that format that you don't specify. So if I don't put a color, the color will be 9E is essentially what I'm pretty sure is how this works. Hashtag, no, I'll just do dark gray. So let's do this. And yeah, see, I didn't specify, but it did become dark gray. That is weird that the dots, the jagged doesn't line up properly. Let's see if there's a different shape. I know there's a different shape that's really similar. So let's try and get that shape. I don't make the Unicode characters, I just find them. Ah, yeah, that's the one. That's the shape. Ooh, that's the good stuff. All right. This is my favorite shape, actually. I don't know why. Don't ask me. Don't ask me why it's my favorite shape. I just like it. Cause see, it lines up perfectly with the regular square. All right, so now we have to repeat this thing one time, add an extra space. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now you'll see there you go. And I only had to put name the color for this gray, this light gray one time. Okay. So that's kind of like a cool trick for text. So it made our line a lot smaller. Imagine if I had to do this color thing on the end of all of these white blocks. Would have been kind of a nightmare. Okay, so now we just copy that one more time. And now we've built the second line, and then we copy the first line. And now we've built the next line. Now the trick comes in with the, and then we'll just have a blank line. Okay, so the trick comes in with this stuff. Let me go ahead and comment this out so the commands will not bug out. Okay, and then do reload, and then, okay, so that built the bars, and I actually think that 3 is going to look better because, again, I said this before, but these are squares, but in the text file they're rectangles, so sometimes it doesn't look right. So we have that. Now we have to build the switches. And there are mods. So okay, so now I have to build the switches. So we'll make these kind of like let's do tell raw add s text, and then I think we do color, and I like the color from this one. It's A61 something something. That did not work out the way I expected it to, because I think multiple spaces concatenated into one space. I'm actually going to want these as separate anyways, so let's go ahead and let's copy that, make this the default as we've done before, and maybe reduce this to like a B. Let's see what a B looks like. It might be a different color actually, but who cares? Okay, so, and now we can just mess with only text. So we do that, and then we need 2 spaces, and then 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is going to be like, yeah, it's ignoring the preceding space, I guess. Okay, so the succeeding space is what we need to go with. So we'll go with 1 space, and then 2 spaces, and then we'll mirror that from the rest. Sometimes it can get buggy and it ignores multiple spaces at the left side, but the right side it won't ignore. Usually. It still's ignoring it. That's really weird. It might be a bug with like the preceding text thing. And the color's not changing. Oh, yeah, it is. Let's go with 9. Yeah, that gets way darker. Okay. All right, so why is it ignoring that? That's kind of weird. It could have to do with my leading text trick. Nope, it's just the Unicode, I think. It just doesn't like this character. U/U206 0026. I think that's the text character for space. Nope, that's not. Definitely not. No. Okay. Let me get the Unicode for space. I'm trying to make this thing look like a switch. So let me go ahead and figure out what the space is. I would open it up Google, but on my computer, but I don't want to break the stream. Unicode space 20. It's just 20. I was on the right track. I was about 100 off. Okay, so let's do a Unicode for space. Okay. So that's what's broken here. We need to use the Unicode for space to force it to have a space. As weird as that sounds. So let's go copy, paste. Now we have 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's see what this looks like. There we go. I think that's more spaced out. It's still not quite enough though. Between. So what about a no break space? No, Minecraft doesn't like that. It's really just a matter of finding what Unicode Minecraft likes, because it has a weird text alignment system that's different from default text things. Like the font in this game is like really stupid. Pretty much. Okay, so we actually have 4 between it. So let's go 2. Okay. And even that is not quite enough. So let's go double. Double or nothing. And that almost got it. So let's go back 1. And it's really just a guess and check method. So we'll go 3, and then we'll go 5 in between each. 3, 4, 5. And some of them might be lined up, some of them might not. The real nightmare comes in when you have when you start working with and I think that's like off by just a period. So let's go ahead and add a period here. The real nightmare works in when you have to do the clickable text. Yeah, it doesn't like spaces. Ooh, I know what we can do. Ooh, that's a good idea. That's what I should have done from the start. Let's just do that. Exactly. Okay. Let's just do that. It might look weird. We're gonna try this. So we'll add all the color stuff to these. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The default color is gonna be black. Okay. Or I can really just put the word black, and I think it does it just fine. All right. Then Okay, so now I'm doing the switches. Let's see. Okay. And it doesn't line up with the top, and that's just because I used spaces in the top. So, okay, that's off by one line. So we just delete that. There we go. Okay. And that is completely messed up now. Don't like that. I put two on each side, so kind of messed it up. Let's see if that fixed it. Kinda. Did that fix that line? Maybe. I don't know. I keep screwing it up. Let's see. So we have square, gray, square, black square, 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 square, black square. Nope. Square, gray, square, black square. Okay, okay. So I think I fixed it. I'm using like black squares to add spaces that are constant width. Okay, so that almost fixed it, but the top and bottom lines are not lined up because they need black squares as well. So, yep, this is going to be painful. Let's do this as well. Working in Telraw is always really bad, which is why most people don't want to do this method, because you have to think of everything yourself. Like, it's very, you have to plan everything out, is what I mean. So we're going to copy that, delete that, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to get our black square. Where's the black square? Here it is. Okay, and add one in between as spacers. Okay. This is pretty much as good of a tower editor as you'll get. Like, physical ones are going to be just as annoying to mess with. In fact, they'll probably be worse. I just messed up because I wanted to use spaces, but spaces and squares don't mix well. There we go. I kind of like it with the white. Maybe I'll go with like a lighter color on the top. Why does it not like our color reformatter? What's different there? Oh, I forgot the hashtag. Okay, so maybe I'll go with like a B on the top, and like a maybe like a instead of a 9, I'll go with like a 4 on the bottom. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that. Okay. I think I was changing the wrong color. But let's go with like a 8. And then let's go with like an A. Those should at least be closely enough to still look like the same thing, but have a slight tint. Okay, so now one of these switches has to be clickable. One of these 6. I do read chat. Get out of here. Get out of here. I only respond to things that are worth responding to. But yeah, I think Phoenix's version is going to be a lot less like the core gameplay. So it'll look like the game, but it won't play like the game, is what I'm saying. And I don't know if it will be easier or harder to implement. Now, this is where the difficulty comes in. I think I just will make only the switch clickable, so that shouldn't be too bad. So the special line is going to come right around here. This is our special one. Okay, so this is special. This is the one that we alter to have the click events. Okay, so then I really can just go to this, copy this click event line. So for page 0, that means that the first one is the clickable one. So we're going to click that. We're going to throw it in here, make this 3012. Now, really, it won't matter. All of them will do 3012. They'll just be in different positions. And we'll change the color to match the color that this thing had, which was... Which one was it? It's this, FD FF7A. Okay. So then if I reload, then I click this. This one's clickable. This will set my value. Then when you click it, I'll switch it to the state of up, and then you'll be done. Oh, you're right. There should be like a black, maybe like a black set of squares. I should fill that out instead of just a blank. Let's just go with text, color, black. And I kind of want to add black squares to the ends of the thing. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. With a space at the beginning and one more. I like to have a little space at the beginning because it kind of like makes it separate from player chat. Nope, the one extra was a little bit overkill. Okay, so then I can really just use these to kind of box it in, make it like its own thing. So let's go like that and then hit reload. And there you go. So now there's boxes at the bottom. And then, oh, you know what? I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do this. I made a generator for this. Oh, I should just expand the generator. Think about it. You remember my image to TellRaw generator? I can just use that and I can draw the image in a PNG file because the image to TellRaw generator uses these squares. So I can just use a image to TellRaw generator to generate all this, but I need to make a better version that adds support for clickable. And I guess that would actually help constitute for a UI generator, kind of. It's very specific for this project, but yeah, I should have done that. That would save me so much time. I think I'll do that soon, in the future. In the future. Okay, so build is going to do all the TellRaw stuff, that TellRaw new lines. This is how you clear the TellRaw chat. Okay. At the very least, I can add these squares here because that looks really off. So let's go with this, and let's go with a single black square. It's on the lines above and below special. Oh, that's easy. No. Yes. But I have to do it like that. Okay. There. There. I'm doing it this way for now, but I'll make a generator for this so it's easier. There we go. I haven't coded sabotage, but yeah, I mean, obviously that would make sense to do. Okay, so this thing will be clickable. So what I like to do is, you can see the, oh no, you can't see my folders. So you don't know what I like to do. I like to have page 0 and page 0b. Page 0b would have the alternate version. So now special, we're going to take special, we're going to remove the click event. This is the animated version. And then I'll change this down to be like 6, okay? And then we move special up to the top. Okay, then I guess we will need to make one for each version. So anyways, if we have 12, we'll do page 0b, and then we do then I guess I kind of want the animation to stick though. Like, you'll see what I mean. So I'll click this. Oop. All right, and then you'll see the switch went up, right, in that page when you click it. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. But I need that page to stay there for a little bit, so I'll probably add a system for like it'll clear the screen after. Custom blocks don't make sense. People add them, but they're always in an impractical way. And I lost my special text. Oh no. Okay. I think I know how to use my own system to trick this. So I have a system for like show this next page afterwards regardless. I think it's back in the, it might be all the way in the parent. Is it in the parent? It is in the parent. Okay, so it's called next task. Okay, so I know how I can do this. So next task will show, it will basically like store of things to show you later. So I'll show you what I mean. This is gonna be really rudimentary, but I'm gonna expand this to like 300 for now, and you'll see what's gonna happen. So oh, where am I? I'm here. Okay, so dot long dot power. Okay. So what we can do is we can do, if our task is, we'll show it for half a second. So that's 22. Then scoreboard players operation addS next task equals addS task scoreboard operations. If it's between these, then it'll grab whatever the current task is and then remove one for it. So what this hypothetically should do is you click the button and it sets it to like 22, and then it goes 10 ticks until it reaches 3012. So this would be 13. Okay, this is confusing to me, but this is the way it must be. Okay, so then if it's 3013 to 33322, it'll display page 0. And if it's 33312, then it'll do end. And end will just say end, just for the sake of it. Just for that. Well, actually, that shouldn't be a problem. It'll basically disappear. So it's reload. Oh, and I forgot. In the tell raw, page 0 needs to set it to 22. This is some big brain stuff. Okay, I'll look at the chat in a second, but this is high IQ moments. Yes. High IQ moments right there. Okay, that was big brain right there. It stays for 10 ticks. Oh, high IQ moments, man. We only bring the big brains here. And you can see I can't click anything because that doesn't have clickable text with it, so it won't like break. High IQ moments right there. All right, tag addS list, and you'll see I have communications now, and I don't have the other tag. Okay, big brain moments, big brain, big brain, big brain, big brain, big brain. All right, anyways. Yeah. Okay, so now we have to do page 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go with end com. So this will be end com. Okay. Now I have to think about how I'm going to make this work for like different areas, because I can make it just work for communications. At the very least, I need to do, so we got 23 and 24 to 23 and 24 to 34 minus 1, it's just 33, right? Or yeah. Okay, and we'll do page 1, and we'll copy these both and make page 1. And really all it is just going to change which switch is the one with the color. Okay, so we can delete all these things. Page 1, page 1B. All the players have done their tasks. That's not something you really have to check because they're going to have all these. I mean, I guess you can, but I'd say as it goes, it'll add to the tasks completed. Like I have functions for like task end. So that's where it would obviously add to it. So that should be pretty straightforward. And then you can also just check like, does anybody have any tags left? If nobody has any tags, then obviously they finished all their tasks because the tasks are set to tags. Okay, and then page 1B is as simple as right here, and we just need this one to be the second one and 90, 90, 90. So if I reload, no. Scoreboard, players set as task. There we go. So now we have the middle one. And if I set it to the wrong value, I'll have to obviously like change. These different channels are going to be dictated by whatever master one you're actually going to. So I'll change that in the future because obviously I can access any one that I want right now, but in the future it will have to be specified. And this needs to set it to 33. And there we go. So that's 2. And then I need to update this as well. (24 to 33). And there we go. Is it worth having pumping overlay texture to hide everything except the Telraw task UI? You can't really do that. You can't really use the pumpkin to do anything like that. All right, so now we just need page 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll be done effectively. It's gonna get complicated when I try and make multiple. And there's 6 options here. One other theory would be to just make it so that it gives you a random one to pull, but it always goes to the same place. That's another theory, their method. Not that. That's not a bad one though. Okay, so that's number 2. It should set the value to, I think, 44. I don't know. Let me do all the calculations here. So this needs to be 34. This technically needs to be 35. No, 45. And yeah, this is 44. It's gonna 54. Wait. 35. 34, 35, 44. Yep. That makes sense to me. Then I'll probably have multiple ends is what I'll probably do to fix this. 45, 46, 55, then 56, 57, 66, 67, 68, 77. Okay, I think that's enough. 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay. So we need, for ours, we need 34. 44. 44. Okay. So 2B or not 2B? That is the question. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so page 2 is done. So 8. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to give myself the tag. There we go. So that's page. Oh, that redirected me to the wrong one. Page 2B. Yeah, I didn't fix this. Page 2 does 44. Okay. And I have to fill out all these. One, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 4 more. Okay. There's probably a more organized way I could do this, but we do what we gotta do. 35 to 44, 44, 35. This is first person. (46 to 55), 55 to 46. Then we have 57 to 66. Is that really it? Nope, 68 to 77. 68 to 77. This one actually turned out to be harder than I thought it would be. But at least it establishes, well, the multiple things is what makes it hard. But at least it establishes some uniformity for later on how to do like one task leads to multiple tasks, or sorry, multiple tasks, but they all look the same. So it establishes kind of like a predecessor, something to copy for later. All right, so page 3. This is where it's in the 4th position. Okay. So this guy you set to 55, and we move the click event to the next switch, which is here. And we put that there. We go 90, 90, 90. Then there. And 90, 90, 90. Okay. That's 3. Then 4. And we're almost done. These do take a long time. The tasks actually take the longest to make. The game itself is actually done. I could play it right now, but without tasks. It's the most, I'm doing the most painstaking method to doing it, but it's the most, it's going to be the most, it's going to be the least buggy method. It's going to be the least buggy and the most true to the gameplay feel. At least I'm pretty sure it will be. In terms of like interactions are not going to be weird. Like using a chest could have people stealing stuff, and it'll be buggy using a chest UI. Using a physical UI with different rooms, which is I think what Phoenix is doing, that's gonna have potential for weirdness of, well, these people went to a different room, right? So you can just watch somebody and see if they never go to another room, then they're obviously going to be a imposter because they never went to another room. So you're going to have weirdness with that. The tell raw chat seems the most reasonable input method to me, but it always is. So there's bias there of I always do tell raw chats. It's also the most painful to implement. I don't know if I've already said that. But I might do a generator for UI, tell raw UI, and that'll speed it up. Okay, so I finished. Now we just have to click this, set it to 8. So 8 will have the switch up. There you go. And then click this and then switch it to 9. Obviously, I don't have the channel selection when I click it. 10. And 11. Boom. All right. So movement is just going to be regular players. It's first person. I like to think it of I'm making Among Us in Minecraft. I am not making Minecraft. No, how do I say this? I don't know how to say it, but I'm making a version for this game, not the game in this version. So I'm taking a lot of creative license and doing things my way, is what I mean to say. Where was the switch color? Is this the switch color? Nope. Where's our special switch color? Here it is. Okay. I also wanted to make like the bar fill up. So it's the first texturized. Nope, I did that wrong. It's the first textured one, since this is 1B. 2. If I was really crazy, I could animate this so that it's like it displays bars filling up, but I'm not psychotic. I'm just insane. You don't even want to look at the code I used for the mix and match wire game. The 4th is right here. Oh, I messed this all up. I forgot to open the 5th. I gotta say, doing this Terra stuff is painful. But I really like the way it looks when it's done. Where's the 3rd? Oh, it's right here. I know where to look for it now. Okay, now I need the 4th. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's right here. I love just staring at a wall of text. There's the 4th. Here's the 5th. It's right here. And the last one is right here. Okay. So now when I click it, it'll that looks cool. I definitely think it needed that little touch. That makes it really feel good to me. Yeah, that feels good to me. And I have to test everything to make sure that it works. Can't trust myself. Can't be too careful. Okay, cool. All right, so all of them work. Now I just need to create the page for the redirect. So I'll do it just for communications, and then I can obviously change this later. Okay, so power/comms/start. All of them are actually going to look the same, so I guess I'll do receive. I'll call it receive. And they'll all really look exactly the same. I definitely like this menu look. That looks pretty nice. All right, so now we have to do receive. Did I spell receive wrong? I spelled receive wrong. I know I did. I spelled it wrong. I know I did. Okay, then I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so receive is literally going to be pretty much the same, just like a different design and only have one button. So we only need one page. Okay. Okay. I'm pretty sure receive is just going to be one page. Okay, build redirect. The last number in build is 77, so receive will be 78 and 79 and 80. And what's 80 plus 10 minus 1? 89. Okay. $78. Receive. Oh, I guess redirect end should give me receive. But again, I'll have to add special modifiers to specify which one the switch came from. Put user in timeout. There you go. No spam, bro. Seriously, stop spamming. I'll do it. And I'll also make Benny a moderator so he can do it too. All right. Okay, so now we need the receive. The receive is like, what is it? It's like a little it's like a little square kind of weird looking shape thing, right? It's like a, yes, English. I love it. I need that text. Okay. It's some kind of a like square apparatus, and then you like click on the button in the middle and that's all you do. So I'll kind of make something like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna collab with Phoenix. That's not gonna happen. It's not how this works. That makes sense in a regular YouTube sense, but not with commands. Commands is like programming. You don't really collab on programming. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so this is like a 5x5 wall. And then, oh, this is the end of the long task. This is the receiving part. I just need to make it look kind of wiry. Hell, we can add another line. Okay, and then we're gonna have some kind of a button here. It'll be like a boop, 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 and okay. Boop, boop, boop. Oh wait, we'll make it just like theirs. So we'll go like a vertical line, and then when you click it, it'll become a horizontal line. That makes sense to me. There we go. Something like that. I think that'll look pretty good. Let's just, for the sake of it, we'll add a border. Anything that you see as a square here, a white square, is just going to be black. Anything you see as like a textured square is just going to be a color or not black. That should look good. Something like that. And we can make all of it like show up green when you flip it. Okay. Something like that should be good enough. So now to get to work. Okay. Text. Color. I'm pretty good at this stuff, so it's not that painful to do. Okay, so we'll just do boilerplate stuff for now. Let's go to the directory. Is this for power directory? This is power directory up to 77. Receive. Okay. And then receive is going to be 78 to, I think it was 89. Receive. Receive build, 78. Receive start, 78. Okay, so now everything is perfect. It's time for us to make this text. When I click this, you'll see. I spelled it wrong. I'm so good at spelling. Receive is actually one that's commonly misspelled, which is why I actually spell it right, because I know it's commonly misspelled. But I still misspell it. Receives build says if it's 78. Okay, page 0 is broken. Oh, I forgot to comment this out. That's our blueprint. Really? Okay. I think the start doesn't give us the right tag. Okay, I have the tag. 0000078. Okay, so directory says 0000078 plays this. Did I spell it wrong there? Nope. Spelled right. Build. Then build says if you have that. Sorry, my chair. Then play this. So why doesn't it play when I click start? have the tag. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to debug here. I don't know why it's not working. Hey, it hasn't been 2 hours straight. Get out of here. All right, I'm just gonna force the text to show up. So we, for the sake of working on this tail raw, because that's a minor issue at best. Okay, so we have this. So this is going to have a black square. Oh, let's add extra space. So black square. Then we have 3 of these squares, and we're not going to do them black. Okay, and the color is, we'll make them kind of like some kind of shade of red. I think I had red pulled up before. I know it's, I'll just make it red. I don't know. Hold on. Let's see. What color of red do we want? Considering how close my mic is to my mouth, you guys are probably getting some ASMR here. Okay. Let's go with like a F. So it's a little bit E. So it's a little bit bright E. It's a little bit brighter red. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Then 2 black texts. Then it does 2 more of these kind of red. Then it does 2 more of the black. Then it does 2 more of the red. You guys know exactly how I'm doing this. If you've ever worked on like trying to recreate an image that's pixelated into a build, same kind of process. Okay, so if I do that, I get the next line. Without this, I need the space in front. The preceding space. And I have 1 too many extra squares at the end. So that gives me the next line. I think I have the wrong square. What? Yeah, I do. I don't like that square. I like this square. Yes. That's the square I like. It's supposed to have 2 here and 2. Why do I have 3? There we go. Oh, still missing 1. So we have 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then I guess just not quite enough at the end. And there you go. That's the next line. Should be way easier from here on out though. I can literally copy this. Then we're going to have 3 special lines for the clickable. Okay. So the next line I can copy, except it's a different pattern. So it's 3 black, 1 red. So 1, 2, 3 black, 1 red, 3 black, 1 red. Miss 0 at the start of the directory. I think I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean. It's somewhere. What? A 0 where? I don't see it. Oh, I think I know what it is. Maybe? It's not, it might be in this directory. Yup. Maybe. No. Let's just change this to be 4. It'll just go till the end and then I'll update it later. First command. Nah, I don't see it. I'll fix it later. Okay. So then there's 1, then 2, 2, then 1, 1, then 3. Oh, I'm already getting into it. Okay, so then 3. This is already one of the special lines. Then we have the special, and then all the rest. So all the rest. Then we have kind of like the special thing in the center. This is like, I'll just do all F's, but I'll make it white for now. You know you want the special color, but yeah, so those are all those. Okay, so then I just need to fill this out. The white one will be clickable, and all I got to do is click it. So easy as that. So then the next one is actually going to be even better. So it's 3 at the start, right? 3 at the start, then a whole train of these. So a whole train of these, then a singular, then delete all this till we get to the F, then a singular, then a whole train of these, then a singular at the end. There we go. I used the wrong character though. Again. How dare I do that? Okay. One more. One of the numbers in the first command in the directory has 1, 0, 2 less. I don't think that's the case. Oh. You're right. So I don't know why that would have caused it to not play though. It's kind of weird. Thanks for that. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why that would break it, but it does. My boy, you got my back. I'm just gonna change this so I don't accidentally do that again. I don't know how many tasks I should make. Actually, you guys can suggest tasks. You guys can tell me what tasks you want me to make in the description or whatever. I mean, in the comments. Well, actually on the Discord, if you throw them into the video suggestions on the Discord, but don't put too many because I'm pretty sure there's a timeout cooldown. So make sure that your suggestions are the best one you can think of, because I have like a 2-hour cooldown. But yeah, if you throw them into the vid suggestions, I'll be able to see them and I'll make some of them if I like the idea. But they have to be something that mainly you just click stuff. So there's a lot of limitations to what can be done, but something that might be doable in the Telraw. Some stuff I will take if it's doable, like if I have to do it as a visual task, because a visual task will just be a physical thing. But preferably only in the Telraw. You can give suggestions here, but I probably won't be able to make them in time just because I'm working on this one task. It takes me a couple hours to make a single task, especially the long ones. The long tasks are really what takes a lot of time. Okay, the last bar is you have one black, then you have this many lined. I'm doing the long task right now, so there's gonna be, they're not actually medium, they're just long, short, and visual. Those are the only different ones, and then common. I was looking on the wiki. There's no such thing as a medium task, at least on the wiki. But maybe in the game they call it medium, but on the wiki they called it just, there was just long and short. A task is just something you do to win the game. I don't know if you probably have, some people obviously haven't played this game, so they don't know how it works, but players complete tasks. The innocents complete tasks and they can win the game if they complete tasks. Think Trouble in Terrorist Town, except there's like things you're able to do to win the game. I want to make these wires extend all the way out. Okay, so I need 9. Okay. Just want the wires to go all the way to the edge of the page, so that'll put one here, and then you just have all the rest. Okay. Yep. 3 too many. Okay, and copy this line instead of having the bottom. Okay, and then I'll just make these two go up. So it's actually going to be similar to this line here, so we'll do it like that. So space, wire, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So 4 spaces, wire, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, wire. So we can just repeat that. Then all the spaces to the end. Three more. Copy this line twice. And we should have the layout done. Boom. Okay, so when you open this, it'll look like that. And then when you click this button, it'll turn sideways and turn all green. Okay. And that should be pretty easy. I actually want, where is this? Middle special. I want this end side to be 90. That way it shows it's not getting power. There we go. And then open page. 0. Find the text that we made for the clicky. It's right here under special. Copy that. Really just copy all that. Then go back here. Where's the special? Here it is. And boom. And make this 79, right? Yes, 79. Nope, not 79. 89. Okay. Copy that. Do that to all these. Okay, so page 0 is nice and done. Then when they click this, it'll change colors. So we just need to do page 0b, which is the alternate version. So page 0b. And this will actually be really simple. So we'll just go our special color, where was it? DFFA. Okay. So then we do Control H, replace red with green. Then find this wire and make this green. And find the click event wire, make that green. And remove the click event entirely so you don't accidentally click it twice. Then remove this entire piece so that it'll turn sideways. Nope. Wrong one. Remove this. Remove this one. Replace it with a single white square, single white square. Then change that color. Remove the click, change that color. Okay, so that, oh, and then delete the boundaries, and this should make it go sideways. Yeah, this will be different maps, but obviously you have to make all the tasks again. It'll be very painful. Hey! Cool. Now I just have to make that text disappear, which is just a matter of copying this. Going to 80 to 89. Okay. And there you go. All's well that ends well. Then in the end, redirect, remove, receive. Okay, simple as that. So first you do this one, then you do this one. End, beginning, just like that. You do this one. This is just a rewire. Oop. Green to green, red to red. Boom. And you'll see that when I click the button, it actually gives me a tag. In practice in the map, you'll get those tags at the start of the game. Like, you'll get them at the beginning. And then it'll, if you have the tag and you go near a location of a physical task, which will be a marker, it'll light up. And if you click your interact carrot on a stick, which is an item, then it will, and you have the tag, then it will allow you to do the task. It'll be pretty dynamic. It won't be as dynamic as like zombies, but it'll be pretty easy to code new like make locations for them. Not too much hard coding. Okay, so that took me like, oh boy. Let's see, maybe an hour or two, maybe 2 hours. And just to add one task, which is pretty painful, as you guys can see. It's not too good, so I might work on a generator for this so that I can make them a lot easier. But that might take me more time than just doing them by hand. There was another short task I wanted to do. Oh, download, upload. So those would be tasks that take time. That's something to do. Anyways, I kind of just wanted to stream so I could see if I could get my stream working smoothly. But thanks for being here, guys. And I'll probably get a few more tasks done today, but it's gonna take me some time because, as you can see, it takes maybe an hour or two to make one. Anyways, see you next time. Peace.